Why bulking was the worst decision of my life. I started working out in 2021, February. I started doing calisthenics consistently in that date. I was getting muscular and stronger, so I was slowing putting some weight, like minimum increases, but because I was growing muscle, my weight increased as well, but I was getting leaner. So by 2022, I was near 76 kilograms and I was lean as fuck. But then I started to think that I want to get bigger. I want to get stronger. I was thinking in my head, I want to start this bulk. I want to get big as fuck. So around August, I was traveling with my family to Palma, Mallorca for vacations, and we were staying on a hotel that we had buffet. I could eat everything that I want, so I thought that would be the ideal timing for me to start the bulk. So I shift my identity to I'm bulking. And this was a big mistake because I didn't know how to bulk. It was my first time eating like crazy. The previous months I didn't eat almost no cheat meals. I was eating clean as fuck, low sugar, high protein, like normal carbs, but was a clean diet. I was getting a lot of strength. I was getting leaner and leaner, but I made the mistake to start bulking without any concern, so I just did the worst dirty bulk in history. In that week in Palma, 5 6 days, I gained almost 5 kilograms, and at the end of the trip, I started feeling sick, and literally I got sick. I got a fever because I changed my diet. I was just eating garbage. I was just binge eating all day. Before going to the beach, I was taking my breakfast and I would eat, I don't know, almost 2000 calories. I was eating 5 6 eggs, a lot of bread, a lot of everything. I was eating like a crazy bastard that never eat in his life. So at the end of the trip, I feel sick and I had a fever for almost 3 4 days. I don't know, but I couldn't move in bed like in the first 2 days because I was eating so bad. My body immediately responds. But yeah, in that moment, I didn't even thought was because of the food, but I didn't get sick in ages, but I didn't relate. So back to Portugal, I keep doing my bulk without measuring any calorie. I was just eating as much as I can, as much as I want. A lot of cheat meals, a lot of sugar. I think it becomes my excuse to eat normally. I didn't eat junk food for so long that I was just thinking I'm bulking so I can eat whatever I want. I just want to get big, so it doesn't matter. I was doing like a lot of cheat meals. Like whenever I wanted, I just go to McDonald's, grab some pizza, eating a lot of sugar. Things that I wanted to eat for so long, like the stupid cookies, Oreos with white chocolates. I eat those almost every day because I'm bulking, so I can eat whatever I want. But this was a big mistake. I start feeling fluffy. I start looking at the mirror and didn't like what my body was becoming because like the shred was gone, of course, but I was moving slowly. I was feeling less energized even if I cut the carbs before. I was feeling anxious as fuck, and a big problem is not related to this, but another thing that fucked me on bulk was the fact that I stopped smoking in September. So I was trying to stop smoking for 1 year and something. I smoked for a long time and was really hard to stop. Whenever I was anxious or I needed something, when I was feeling down, I just go to the food. I just start eating junk food and sugar and find every food in my room. I was binge eating almost every day. So whenever I got stressed, I just go to food. I was just looking for sugar to make me calm. Like I left cigarettes and the food was the other thing that keep my anxious down. Whenever I had bad days, I just rely on food and especially sugar. I was eating like a kid, every cake, every chocolate, every cookie, anything to calm my anxious, I would do it. And the time was passing by and I was looking to the mirror. I was feeling bad about myself because every day I looked to the mirror and I was not happy with the progress of the bulking. So I tried to stop it. I tried to stop the bulk for a long time. But because my identity was so shifted to the dirty bulking, I couldn't stop. For example, in January, I tried to quit everything, cold turkey, no more sugar, no more cheat meals, and I failed. Now it's almost March, and I still don't have my diet as I used to because it's really hard to change. So my identity need to shift first before I change my habits. And another thing is my mental health. So I realized that I need to deal with that first instead of trying to change my diet because I tried so many times and I always failed. And the worst thing about this was I write down tomorrow I will start my diet, I will stop eating like a crazy bastard. And because I would start tomorrow, I was just thinking to myself, today I need to make today will be the last day that I will eat crap. So today I need to make it worth it. I would go to the McDonald's and order a lot of junk food, eating ice creams like crazy because it was the last day. And I start my diet the next day, 3-4 days later I relapse. And I couldn't break this cycle because I write down in February, no more excuse, I will start my diet, I will start eating clean. And so at the end of January, I would start eating, binge eat everything, every piece of junk food that I can possibly touch because I would start in February. So I start like 3 days, 5 days, and then something happened, get me anxious, get me down, and I was failing once more because and whenever I fail my diet, I would just binge eat everything again. So it's almost March. Right now I'm looking for help, so I'm hiring a nutritious coach to help me, to make me accountability, to be my accountability partner because I can change my habits by myself because I'm trying for so long and I weighed myself and I was almost at 88.5 kilograms. That was stupid. So if you want to see my progress and how I stopped my eating disorder, this binge eating for months and months, stay tuned. Peace.